everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. So today I am doing a list to 10 most broken cruise rules that people break. I was watching Amazon Prime and they had some shows on there, and this was one of the shows that was actually on there. A guy named Gary Bembridge, and he made this video. He's a seasoned cruiser. He said he's done over like 66 cruises, so he's seen a lot, and he had listed the 10 different cruise rules that people break the most. I thought it was interesting, thought I would share. Let's see how many rules we break, y'all. Number 1 is lying on the health form. Like, you know, before you go, you have to fill out the form, whether you've been sick in the last 10 days or something like that. I've never actually lied about that. Luckily, knock on some wood or something, I haven't been sick before a cruise, so I've never had to lie on the form and say, no, I'm not sick, and I am sick. But I'm sure a lot of people do that. You spend all that money, you're like, I'm not gonna miss my boat because I got the flu, but then you risk spreading that nasty norovirus that once one or two get it, it can just go through the whole ship in record time. So I don't know. Luckily I haven't had to do that. Number 2 is sneaking alcohol on board. I am guilty. I am guilty of this, and it is what it is. So that's definitely something that people do. Now, if you check on YouTube, there's so many videos. I even have a couple of myself, but of people how to sneak alcohol on board. And it's amazing some of the measures people go to, like using Listerine bottles or steaming a water bottle. They like, I've seen where somebody like cut it and then steamed it back on or glued it or something. I guess I get 1 point for the naughty side. Number 3 is not going to the muster drill. I don't know how people, I guess back in the day before when they didn't really check as much as they do now, you could sneak and not go. But I know they're pretty thorough now. Like even on my last cruise, they were walking into each room to make sure nobody was there. And then once they shut the door, they would put like a little card in your key slot just to prove that they came and checked and that you were out and going to your station. And I know on Carnival now they have those computers like an iPad, and you have to check in when you go and they check you in. And somebody in one of the cruise groups that I'm in said that they didn't go, but then they got, like the people came and found them and they had to go to one later. Like all the people that tried to skip the original had to go and do their own separately. So it's not as easy anymore to skip a muster drill, but I've never done that. I get a point for the good side. Number 4 is breaking the dress code in the dining room or on formal night. So in the original video that I watched, he was saying like some of the more elite cruise lines are really strict about, I think he said Canard maybe, really strict about their dress code. Like on formal night, you have to really be formal, or even when it's a non-formal night, all the men have to wear a jacket. So he was like, a lot of people will not dress up on a formal night or try to wear flip-flops or tank tops or something like that in the dining room. Number 5 is people who reserve seats at the shows or on deck. So I've never reserved a bunch of like deck chairs. I'm not one of those that want to sit by the pool all day. And when I do want to go up and sit by the pool, I just sit wherever there is a chair open. I don't have to be like right up front. But I have saved a couple of seats like at a show, especially if I know like my husband's coming, or a lot of times we cruise with my mother-in-law and sister-in-law. So we're going to say, oh, let's meet up to watch the show at 7:30. If I get there first, then I'm just going to try to save 2 or 3 seats. But I've never saved like a whole row. I see that a lot. Like people will, somebody will be at one end, somebody will be at the other end, and they're like, no, we got this whole row. And it's always like right up front. They want to be right there up front. Like, we're taking this whole row. But which I don't normally care anyway. I don't want to sit up front, but I do see a lot of seat reserving. Number 6 is when people smoke or vape on their balconies. I know now with Carnival, if you're caught smoking or vaping on your balcony, they charge you $250. I don't know if that's like the maximum they'll charge you, or if you continue to do it, they'll keep charging you or whatever. But that's not a rule that we break. I don't smoke. My husband will occasionally smoke a cigar, but now that we can't do it on the balcony, he just goes up to the smoke deck and he's fine with doing that. I can't imagine, like, okay, I'm gonna do this and hope I don't get caught and pay $250. Like, that's a lot of money to pay just to sit on your balcony and smoke a cigarette. Number 7 is when people ignore the pool and the hot tub guidelines. This is more like, you know, no running around the pool or diving in the water, or a big issue with the kids in the hot tubs and everything. I haven't broken any pool rules. I don't jump in or dive in or anything like that. Not ever. I think on my 11 cruises, I've probably gotten in the hot tub maybe 3 times at the most, if that. Number 8 is taking food off the ship. I have been guilty of taking things off the ship in the past. It's been a long time since I've taken something off the ship, but I know before, if we're going like on an excursion or something, I have taken a banana or an apple or something, or, you know, when I used to have the little cereal boxes, I would take a cereal box off for a snack or something, especially if the kids were with me when we did a cruise when they were a little bit younger. But I know now a lot of the cruise ports will have dogs out there, and they, like, you know, sniff your bags to make sure that you don't have drugs or you don't have food or anything like that. And that's because a lot of these countries have laws about bringing food in or bringing food back on the ship and all of that for safety reasons. I know a lot of people that, you know, like, take food. I can't imagine taking like a big amounts of food or stuff that's not easily accessible, like a piece of fruit or something like that. But, you know, like, I wouldn't want to take off something from the buffet, you know, some chicken or some salad or something like that. But I have in the past done that, but I don't do it anymore. Number 9 is people who ignore the meetup times on excursions. This one I can say irks me, because when I cruised back in October, check out the Momcation vlogs, we had an excursion in Ocho Rios, and this one family, when we were on the bus at the port waiting to leave, we had to wait like over 30 minutes for these people after the time we were supposed to meet. And they had like a few of their people on the bus, and they were like, they're coming, and they were waiting, and we had to wait like 40 minutes or something like that. And then when we got there, our tour guide was taking us in. We were at the Dunn River Falls, and they were taking us in, and we had to wait again. Like, they were at the front taking all these pictures and doing all this stuff. And if you watch my vlog, I'm gonna put the iCard up. If you watch that vlog, we were all standing there with this guy, and he's talking, and he's like, oh. And we were like, just keep going, tell us the rules. Like, we're not gonna keep worrying about them, because we started late, and you had to be there at a certain time to go with the group. You know, everybody from our group were supposed to climb the falls together and everything. And then we had a beach break after that, and we only had a certain amount of time, and we were supposed to be at the beach for a certain amount of hours, and we actually lost like an hour or a little bit over an hour at the beach. And this is the vlog where we almost got left. So if you haven't seen that vlog, you definitely gotta watch it. When me and Kisha and Jennifer almost got left in Jamaica, because we were literally the last ones on the ship. But that's anyway. So we had to wait for these people, and everybody was so mad in our group. That's something that really bothers me, like being on time, especially when you pay for an excursion and you want to make sure you're there. You don't want to get left, and they're not gonna like leave everybody. So then if you're late, then that's just making everybody else late. And number 10 is people who break the rules that have serious consequences, and that's like ignoring the signs that say, you know, don't sit on the rail, or don't climb the balconies, or people, you know, all these different cruise stories that we end up hearing about when people are jumping overboard or playing around with stuff like that, or people who go down into the crew areas, or people who fight or like, you know, just being disrespectful. He was saying that, like, that's a big thing. That's something we see a lot. There's so many videos out there of people fighting on board, or you see people. There was one video where people were like breaking the elevator on one of the ships, stuff like that. Just being completely disrespectful to the ship, to being, you know, harmful to themselves or harmful to other people. That's not a rule that we want to break. All right, there you have it. Those are the 10 rules that cruisers break the most. Leave me a comment and let me know, if you're a rule breaker, how many of those rules have you broken? You could be honest. This is a safe space. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. If you are not subscribed to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.